yeah, what happened to songs these days? And they don't even know what the fuck they're writing. If you're giving a very detailed lyrics about one single breakup, that's trash. Wait, what? Does the fool have no... Yeah, that should have been it. That should have been the transition to the last song. Yeah. We have this news, we have this. This is a funeral. Oh wow, we have French horn. I'm not the biggest fan of where let's jump into another album. So yeah, there are sounds playing hard left, hard right, and that very high pitched sound that's kind of like an accordion, but so high it doesn't have that texture. And then there's this other sound panned very little on the left here. And I'm not a big fan of that. Overall, it sounded like a funeral. It's yeah, the snares, yeah, the bass drums that they're hitting, and that the trumpets we have a French horn, and we have the accordions. Yeah, those are funeral instruments. Those are the songs of a memorial for the soldiers. I believe it is, because I don't know too much about the war culture in America in the early days. It made me a lot of Nirvana, like never mind. The lyrics are the focus. And we have like something in the way where it's just, the lyrics are very repeated, but it builds up with the instruments and like your emotion wells up with it. 1945. Now we have rock and roll. Yeah, we don't hear a lot of rock. It's mostly country. The chord progression is very close to country as well. Yeah, I'm 90% sure I didn't guess it wrong. It's an album about war. Like I said, I knew absolutely nothing about this album. The Holocaust as well. Uh-huh. It's almost like reading a manga, the way the lyrics are paced. It's like you have these panels that suddenly cuts from the main story and goes to maybe one single panel of the flashback or one single panel about what the characters are referring to. So it reminds me of the layout of a manga. It's awesome. It's very unique. And yeah, it's World War II specifically, and Holocaust. You see, the pacing is very fast. You need a lot of context, a lot of world building to write a good lyrics. And if you're giving a very detailed lyrics about one single breakup, that's trash. That's annoying. I always listen to the instrumental parts. Even if I do listen with the vocals for the lyrics. And things like this, it writes a very blurry story, and it almost felt, but it's not vacant. Yeah, it's not vacant. It's very blurry, but it goes very fast. We go from like this one guy I love, and second one was then they buried her alive. But all of this is building, like giving the description of the background, the guns, that is raining down, the sparks, the piano on fire. Those are creating imageries. It's not just.
And what happens if you write a story without imageries? They suck. I know this because I'm an aspiring novelist.
What happened to the songs these days? Fucking, and I met you in the summer. It's fucking, like my 8-year-old niece can write that. Like, what the fuck is that? Why are songs so trash right now?
Okay, I know summer is EDM, but they can at least try to write some not bad lyrics.
Is it like I didn't talk much about the instrumental part, even though there is a lot of things going on, but it's mostly the trumpet and the accordion, and it's playing in reasonable way. But yeah, fuck me. But the lyrics are definitely where my attention goes to. I just want to ask, if you can write good songs, if you can do detailed production in your song, if you can do those, and if you can't even sing, then write a lyrics like this, write better lyrics, the things that he can sing, I really love this guy's vocals, Jeffrey Nine Mangum. So this came from when he was 28. Did he write the lyrics? These are some very compelling lyrics. Oh shit. Okay. Why can't we have songs like this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I love some songs from Chainsmokers, but most of them are really annoying to listen to. If you have fucking closer, it's just the lyrics are shit. And then you have this repeated melody of the vocal, and then when it comes to the climax, the electronic sounds comes in as the exact same vocal, exact same melody with the vocal. In the backseat of your Rover.
One of my complaints is that songs these days are too short.
I didn't say anything about like these songs being short because they convey, they have their purpose, and you don't need a super long song. Even though I did say before, a good song needs to be long, a good movie needs to be long, but there's those outliers that does what it should. I think the only singers I like these days in the Western countries are Ed Sheeran, definitely, like Justin Bieber, Bruno Mars, of course. And even though I say these days, they are from like 10, almost 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago, some of them. And yeah, because really, if you want to look at this decade specifically, there's none. No one's good. No one. And the Chinese singers, the Asian singers, Japan is their music is just constantly rising, but also in China the songs are dropping, just drop, and I dislike K-pop as well. But yeah, that's just me, my personal thing. That's why I feel like that's probably why I got emotional when listening to A Moonshaped Pool from Radiohead, because I know as those are some of the last good songs I would listen to, because they are legends from years ago. Coming started. I'll listen to this transition. Is this one of those albums where they produced live? Would they just record it live? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Sweet communist, the communist started. I'm from a country that, you know, those are some video game kind of war sounds.
The communist daughter standing on the seaweed water, semen stains the mountaintop, semen stains the mountaintops, with coca leaves along the border, sweetness swings from every corner, cars careening from the cloud, the bridges burst and twist around, and wanting something warm and moving, bends towards herself, the soothing proves that she must still exist. She moves herself about her face. Sweet communist, the communist daughter standing on the seaweed water, semen stains the mountaintops, semen stains the mountaintops.
Cameron posted some Billy Billy. It's going very light on the trumpet. It's not having that broken sound, broken tone. You see, when you add weird sounds in your music, they have to make sense. If you have like many, because some people write like just music, very odd music, and putting like so many elements into one song, and they call it instrumental, and they don't even know what the fuck they're writing. And they just doing like flexing, kind of like I can mix all these instruments, all these elements into one song, all this genre into one song, but they don't know what they're doing. Like this one, those, like I said, the sound effects sounds like war sounds, but came from like video games, and yeah, coming started standing on the seaweed, water, semen stains the mountain tops, coca leaves, okay, coca leaves are cocaine, is it? Coca leaves. Yeah, I know what the coca leaves look like. That's how I went for the image search. Don't ask me how I know what it looks like, but I just do. And wanting something warm and bends on toward herself, the soothing proves that she must still exist. She moves herself about her fist. Yeah, no one can relate. Sadly, no one can relate to this. I can't as well. All those deep things we speak about war, how we sympathize, how we compassionate the things in the past, but truly speaking, none of us can relate.
None of us know what people truly felt back in the days.
You know what? Before I start this 8 minutes ago, holiday. How's this for an angle? I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to have a chat with you guys. Not like this. Are you guys alright? If I can, I want to make a my life top 10 choices of songs, like the top 10 songs you must listen to. Maybe not top 10, like I don't want to make a tier list, but just 10 songs that everyone must listen to. I want to make a list like that, and of course I'll make a video about it. Yeah. And this album is written like a manga, and then we have things that is very encouraging, and sometimes very visceral, like for those hip hop artists or Aerosmith, or something as so dark and deep, like Nirvana, Oasis, Stairways in Heaven. And Chinese singers, you have the poetry from Fang Wensen, from Jay Chou, and Zhang Yushan as well. And you have those very visceral lyrics like this from Lo Dayo. Like, I truly want to let some of the Western audience listen to our songs. And of course, right now I'm going deeper into the Americans, the Western bands. Well, I didn't really get into them because all I did was listen to Eminem. I listened to a lot of electronics like dubsteps from Zoneboy, Skrillex, and of course not the electronics from freaking Chainsmoker or those. But you can also have very good lyrics from like Alan Walker. Of course, I'm not sure who writes the lyrics for it was for. Yeah, those are the songs I like to listen from the Western countries. And right now I'm getting into rock, so yeah, I'm getting into Aerosmith. I started listening to it like since when I was a kid, and then I'm getting Radiohead, Nirvana, Oasis, Led Zeppelin, all those good shit. The Who, Europe, people that had this bad impression about Western songs because, yeah, like I said, how I believe Taylor Swift has become, how K-pop is taking over the world, how we have this very trash electronics producers. So I'm not that big of a fan of Western music. But right now I'm trying to expand my knowledge about the Western musical culture. However, all those good songs I find are mostly from these bands from the 90s, from the early 20s. Yep, that's it for the chat. Get back to the music. Oh, imagine I just leave you guys there, and I'm here just talking to myself, listening to the music. Commonly, I suppose is the name, yeah. Let's go.
Oh, come late
know the sting is like 5
I'll
kg.
be with you when you lose your breath, chasing the only meaningful memory you thought you had left with some pretty bright and bubbly terrible scene that was doing her thing on your chest. But oh, calmly, it isn't as pretty as you'd like to guess in your memory. You're drunk on your automy. It doesn't mean anything at all. Calmly,
Parents are
all
ripping
of your
vocals.
friends are all letting you blow, bristling and ugly, bursting with fruits falling out from the holes of some pretty bright and bubbly friend you could need to say comforting things in your ear. But oh, calmly,
The times where he changes his breath is also quite
friend that you
special.
could find. He is standing next to me. He's only my enemy. I'll crush him with everything I own. Say what you wanna say and hang for your hollow ways, moving your mouth to pull out all your miracles for me.
He's not perfecting his vocals at all, like intentionally. It's very, I believe it's
Your
intentional.
father
It's
made
very natural, it's so
faces
true,
with
so real.
flesh-licking ladies while you and your mother were asleep in the trailer park. Thunder
I think with lyrics like this, if you have like freaking, you mix your voice and it sounds a bit like a bit electronic, this ruins the song. People are mixing too hard these days.
Fingers to moving and pluck all your silly strings and bend all your notes for me. And soft, silly music is meaningful, magical. The movements were beautiful, all in your ovaries.
I like the chorus
all
coming
of
in.
them milking with green fleshy flowers, while powerful pistons were sugary sweet machines, smelling of semen. All under the garden was all you were needing when
This band is not going easy.
Say what you wanna say and hang for your hollow ways, moving your mouth to pull out all your miracles for me.
This is a little crack at the very last second of his vocal, and when he slices his vocal, it's very stiff. It sounds like R&B, kind of those smooth vocal slides. This one's quite stiff.
I know they buried her body with
I thought something's gonna
her
burst out.
sister
But
and mother and 500 families and And will she remember me? 50 years later, I wished I
500
could
families.
save
Wow.
her in some
sister and mother
sort
too.
of time machine. Know all your enemies. We know our enemies are. Know all your
type in drum.
enemies. We know our enemies
Gonna faster.
Golden, my dear, we will fold and freeze together far away from here. There is sun and spring and green forever, but now we move to feel for ourselves inside some stranger stomach. Place your body
stranger stomach.
there. Let your skin begin to blend itself with
That very wavy vibrato is just so good. So good. Yeah, I don't care. This 8 minutes. I'm gonna listen to this every day. Who likes the benefits or insight? Jeff. Yeah, it's himself. Yeah. I think he's a firm believer of reincarnation. Yeah, it's not the first time you heard like going back to somebody's stomach, and then there was a previous song. It's about she turned into a little boy now. So yeah, I think he's a believer of that, and the way he described this death, this diseased ones, and he's not going easy at all. It's beside burying her body beside her mother, her sister, 500 other families. It's so, and swiftly just gives you a sense of just how horrible those days were. Yeah, like so instantly. Ah, Jesus Christ.